Hey, it's Phoenix for Go Calgary. 31st Scout Hall is where we are in Calgary. Cliff, is it true that you were one of the originals?
I was lucky enough to be here fairly early. The group started in '52, but I came back to Calgary after being in the country scouting in '57, and in '61 we acquired this hall. The guide leader that we were working with, and myself, and Bruce Compton, who was our group chair, who I flew with during the war, we went down to the public school board and said, hey, you got a building up there in North Hill. We want to have a piece of that. And they rented to us for $1 a year.
No.
And over a period of time, we had it, and then the city took it over. Now, they raised the rent. It was $1 a day, that's $365. And we're paying more for it now, but it has a showpiece. The floor was the original floor, grooved, the kids climbing over it for 50 years. And one of our leaders and 6 of our people finished the upstairs and downstairs. That's the original maple floor, refinished. Beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful, and this whole hall is amazing. Tell me about Scouts Canada. Why is Scouts Canada such a great organization in Canada?
Well, because somebody like Lord Baden-Powell introduced us to something that was really meaningful in the 1912, 12-14 areas. I know in Calgary, I was a Cub here, with the first Calgary Cub with Ted Spiller. He was Spiller Road and Spiller Hall.
Sure.
And he was a wonderful man. And to enthuse you with what the stories he had, I couldn't wait to get to be an adult and get back into it as a leader. And over the period of time, we've seen a lot of young people. In those days, it was strictly male, mind you, but I agree with the concept of having the girls with us. They're sometimes better campers than the men are, and there's no doubt about that.
It keeps you young at heart, though, doesn't it?
Pardon me?
It keeps you young at heart.
Absolutely. I'm only 88 years young. You know, what the heck? I'm having fun. I've had more out of scouting than I've ever put into it over the period of years.
Well, if you ever want to know about scouting, Cliff is the guy to chat with. I know it's going to be really busy here. If you want to find out more about scouting, do so. And maybe you'll run into this 88-year-old young'un, right?
Absolutely.
There you go. More Go Calgary coming up. That was great.
That all right?
That's awesome.